Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda, and I'm going to do that this time because I do think that I'm probably going to have some new viewers here because this is going to be a different type of grocery haul than I've ever done before. And I'm going to the same store, it's Aldi, but the premise of what I'm doing is different. So our whole family is going to go animal based. Now this is a variation of the carnivore diet where essentially we are going to be getting a primary sources of our nutrients from grass-fed beef, animals, basically just eating a lot of good meat, but also really good fats, so butter, tallow, ghee, lard, those types of things. Also going to be doing raw milk, which we've been doing that for a while. I know that that's controversial to some people, but you just gotta do your own research. I'm comfortable with it. I'm also going to be making my own raw milk yogurt. I make raw kefir right now. And so the other things that we're going to be ingesting is fruits, raw cheese, which I'm going to buy through Azure, and then we're going to be also doing maple syrup and raw honey. Lukey, can you help? Is your throat hurting?
No, Josh kept pulling sand at my clothes and some got in my throat.
Okay, could you open an orange for Caleb and then get yourself just a cup of water? Okay, so the reason that I think that this view is going to get different people, which by the way, this is my first animal-based grocery haul. It's not perfect. I'm going to tune this in. You've got to understand I have 6 children and we are transitioning into this. And so I want to ease them into it for the rest of the month of June. He can open it.
Oh,
he can open it. Yeah, he can open it. He just needed you to open the package. We have 6 children. Our oldest is 15. Our youngest is 1 year old. And so it's just a transition from the typical way that they've ate for most of their life. And so we just want to ease them into it for the rest of this month. And then in July, we're going to really hit the ground running. Now, let's do the haul and then I'll answer some questions that I know that I'm going to get in the comments. So let's turn around. I love watching you peel oranges. Uh-oh. Okay, so to start out with, I got 6 bottles of apple juice. The reason that I buy apple juice is because I do like 1 ounce of apple juice for like every 5 to 6 ounces of water that my toddlers drink. Basically just a flavorer. And now Syril is drinking that water juice mix too. So this is probably going to adapt and change over time, but right now that's what it is. I did get 3 dozen eggs. I just got the regular eggs because I'm going to wait until Sunday. So this should be like 1 dozen egg for every day until Sunday. Today is Friday. So yeah, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, I'm going to go be picking up our raw milk from one of Emilynn's friends' family. They farm, and so they have eggs that we can pick up when we get our milk, and they're pastured and everything like that. And so I will be getting eggs from them on Sunday. So these eggs are just to get me through, and what I'll do is when I pick my milk up from them, I will start buying enough eggs for the week. I got 1 last loaf of bread for my kids to enjoy, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a lunch meat sandwich, because we are committing to doing this diet at least through the end of the year. I got 2 bunches of bananas. Bananas didn't look super great. Otherwise, I would have gotten probably 3 or 4 more bunches of bananas. But they just didn't look good. Honey, go play outside. Hey, go get in the sand pit. Nope, you already had a banana. Okay, take your banana outside. Go. Have Emilynn help you open it. Alexa, stop. Get off YouTube, Lucas. Goodness. Okay, I got 3 things of strawberries. I need to get these rinsed. And then I also got 2 big bags of grapes, 4 bags of apples. And then I got 2 things of blueberries. This is going to mainly be like for yogurt and stuff. But, and then I got 2 really big cantaloupes to cut up. A nice pineapple. I got some lunch meat. We'll be probably moving away from this, especially because this has, I think this has nitrates and nitrites in it. It does. So we'll be moving away from this and just doing normal meat. But like I said, I'm just trying to ease my kids into this. Got some Colby Jack cheese, some cheddar cheese, and some pepper jack cheese to hold us over until we get cheese from Azure. I think I said 2 things of orange juice. This isn't perfect. I'm going to start buying big things of orange juice so we could just make orange juice fresh. I got 2 things of, ooh, focus. I got 2 things of the pure Irish butter. I'm going to start getting this type of butter at Costco because it is a better deal and it's a lot more. But I just needed to get us through until I could make it out to Costco. I got 3 things of unsweetened applesauce. Hi, would you like a banana?
Yes.
Oh, hello, Joshua.
Blueberry.
Why is there sand all over your mouth?
Okay.
So Lucas was throwing
No,
sand.
he was eating sand. I watched.
Okay, I'm not going to listen to arguing between you 2. I'm talking to Joshua. Hey.
I want blueberry.
Okay, give me 1 second, okay? Let me finish this. So I got 3 things of applesauce that's unsweetened.
Apple.
Honey, I said wait a minute. So I got 3 things of unsweetened applesauce because there's literally just apples, water, and absorbic acid. So those will be like little snack things for the kids. Okay, had a phone call, had to answer that. It was my homeowner's insurance. They were asking if our house sold yet, and the answer is no. We had a buyer. We thought it was sold. We couldn't come to terms with the buyers on a couple of things that needed to be done, mainly with our septic. And we're getting the septic dealt with, and then we're relisting it at the end of July. So we'll hopefully have the house sold by the fall. It's fine. But anyways, they were touching base with me because they thought we sold the house. So the boys already broke into the blueberries. I didn't get to wash them. It is what it is. But so I was really pleased because I essentially did this grocery haul trying to kind of gauge what I thought 3 or 4 days worth of groceries on animal based would get us, and if so, this was like $95. And so if so, I could stay at under $200. I could stay around under $200 to $200 a week for our family of 8, which would be great because right now with eating normally, I'm struggling to stay in that $200, $250 a week budget that I have for our family. And the way that really we're able to stay even close to that is because I don't buy meat at the store. I stockpile meat. I buy a half a cow, which us going animal based, I may actually end up buying a whole cow. So I do things like that. We're going to be starting to buy our own pork. We're going to buy our own chicken and stuff like that. And so we do things like that to where we're only buying like other things to make ends meet with our meals. And so with only having to buy raw milk and fruits and honey and maple syrup and butter, you know, and cheese, that really changes the dynamic of the way that we're shopping. So I'm feeling pretty hopeful. So if you just wanted to see an animal-based haul for a large family and you want to tune out, that's okay. But for my people who have been here, okay, so I know that the question is going to be, why are we moving to an animal-based diet with such a large family? And the reason for that is that I have some health issues for myself. I have struggled with my weight for most of my adult life. And part of that is just some underlying things from medications that I took when I was younger, the way that it affected my body, but also just general health things. Like I have, I believe, insulin resistance PCOS. I didn't really come to that understanding until this last year. You know, really thinking back on my health history and looking at the way that my body has reacted. I mean, because I have had several years where I was being really consistent on being in a calorie deficient diet and eating really good whole foods. I was working out 5 days a week. At one point in time, I was doing CrossFit. And I mean, I was seeing a lot of like definition and like changing in like my muscles and stuff, but I wasn't dropping to a healthy weight. Really, no matter what I tried. And Caleb has kind of had a similar thing where Caleb has had a pretty super healthy diet, except for that he really, really likes gluten. And gluten, we know, has always been a sensitivity for him, but it's been really, really hard to have some kids eating gluten and then him not eating gluten. And so for Brackston and I, we sat down. We also had Emilynn's health evaluated, and she is still struggling with some byproducts of, we actually had a few issues in our house before we moved out, and those things were affecting her health. They're still lingering. All the rest of us, well, most of us, Brackston and Emilynn, are still holding on to mold. And so we had an issue with mold in our house before, so we abruptly moved out of our home and into our rental house because we found out that we had toxic black mold in our home. And so we moved out within 48 hours of figuring that out. And then we had the home remediated. And so it's safe now, but we're not moving back in. Mainly because the remediation was so costly that we need to sell the house to pay for it. We didn't have the funds without taking out a loan. And so she and Brackston are still holding on to a lot of mold in their bodies, and heavy metals and stuff like that. And this is just stuff that you guys have to research on your own. And we've done the research for our family, and this just kind of checks all the boxes for us. And I have really struggled the last year as I've been postpartum. I've not had a peace about like going into a nutrition plan. I have thought about going back into Trim Healthy Mama several times, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I just didn't have a peace about it. And so I didn't push it, and I just kept praying to the Lord and telling him, I'm like, I'm discontent with my health. I'm discontent with my weight, and I want to be healthy. I don't want to look like I struggle with gluttony, and I want to just be healthy. A lot of years I just wanted to be skinny, and would it be nice to lose some weight? Absolutely. But that's not my main priority right now. My main priority is my health. And also my number one priority, even above myself, is Caleb's health. We've had lots of commenters over the years about Caleb's weight and everything, and just some of them are very hurtful, and some of them, accuse us of being neglectful and all these types of things. And it hurts. It hurts because we have tried to seek answers on Caleb's behalf, and we have tried all the things, and it's just been hard. And our biggest concern is that we don't want Caleb to become diabetic. We don't want Caleb to have lifelong health issues. We want to take care of him, and we want to prioritize his health as we have been for his whole life. Because, Caleb was born with kidney issues, and, Caleb has had a lot of struggles in his life, and we have always made sure that he was a priority in the way that we were taking care of him. The reason that we feel comfortable doing this for our entire family is because we do believe that our entire family will benefit from eating this way. Although Caleb and I and Brackston also would like to lose a little bit of weight, that's not necessarily the goal with the other children. The other children is going to be making sure that they're loaded up on maintaining a healthy weight. And so there's lots of great resources out there. I've listened to several podcasts. I've done a lot of research into this, so where I feel such a peace about this is what the Lord wanted me to find for our family. And I know that because my husband believes in it. My kids are, they're sad about certain things, like, oh, so we're not gonna have pretzels and stuff like that. And it's like, well, when we go on vacation in January, we're gonna go to Disney. And so, like, let's enjoy that type of stuff in that type of environment where we're working on healing our bodies and getting our bodies to where we can kind of flush the junk food out as we enjoy it for vacation. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the next 6 months brings, because I really want to prioritize this because I would love to see Caleb lose even a little bit of weight so that he could enjoy Disney and not just be at Disney. We plan on taking the kids for a 4 or 5 day trip to Disney and meeting up with my dad and maybe even meeting up with some of Braxton's family because he's from Florida, and just, we have this really, I mean, it's gonna be a really big trip, and we're really excited about it. It's like our first like big family trip where we're going to do something like this, and I want Caleb to just enjoy it. I want to enjoy it too. I want to not be struggling to get around, which, you know, I don't really struggle with a lot of mobility issues, but with my weight, my feet would be hurting by the end of the day, and I would just kind of be struggling with stamina and energy like as the day went on and stuff like that, and I just want to be able to enjoy it. And so what it boils down to is that, do I think that this is the right way of eating for everybody? I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and preach to you about what you should do. I'm going to say that if you're struggling with a lot of health issues, there's more than one way to try to naturally heal your body and lose weight other than the good old-fashioned calories in versus calories out method, because I've done it for years and it doesn't work. And I'm not looking for advice. I'm not soliciting anybody's advice on this. We've consulted with Caleb's doctors, his speech therapist, his physical therapist, his nutritionist, and they're all on board, and they are all pumped to see how the next, like, his first 30 days on this goes. And yeah, that's the update for our family and why we are choosing as a large family to go animal-based. So I will put a couple of resources that have been helpful for me as kind of like a place for you to get started if you're interested in looking into this more. But if not, that's okay too. I hope you'll stick around and follow our family and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, if you want to like see what we're going to eat on a day-to-day basis, I am going to be working on what's for dinner videos for this, but I'm also going to be sharing it over on Instagram as well as our day-to-day life like I do normally. So I'll put my Instagram handle down below, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys for the next video, which will more than likely be a really nice Costco haul for us going animal-based. See you guys.